I am back at it again with part 2 of answering questions about me. Hey guys, it's Gracie and welcome back to my channels. The reason why I say channels is because I'm posting this on Cringe Cousins and I'm posting this on GracieLynnVlogs. So, but when I say my channels, I don't mean, like, I know Sophie's part of Cringe Cousins, but it's her channel too. I just don't want to get that confused. But when I say my channels, it's probably going on both accounts. So, anyway, we are back with part 2 on answering questions. The last question I answered was how many rings before you answer the phone? It depends on the person. How many tattoos do you have? I have 0 tattoos, but I really, really want one in the future. I have so many Sharpies and so many pens and whatever you use to draw on myself. 4 tattoos. So yeah. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? I'm gonna say like probably 25, 26. I think probably, maybe, yeah. I'm gonna skip that question. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? I was about maybe, I got my first bike when I was 4, I think. About 4, so I want to guess like 4. Maybe 4? Which store would you choose to max out your credit card? Personally, I don't have a credit card, but I would love to spend my money at, I don't even know. It would be awesome just to go. It would be awesome just to go spend my money somewhere. Okay. That was bad. What question am I at? Okay. Would you ever? No, gonna skip that one. Skip that one. Have I ever forgiven myself for past personal failures? Why or why not? Some of them maybe, and some of them not. I don't really remember, but I remember having that feeling. So, have you ever suffered a fracture? If it counts, I busted my eardrum in 2nd grade. So, have you ever dated 2 people at a time? Like I keep saying, I'm in my first relationship, so no. Have you ever been in a beauty pageant? No, but that would be pretty fun. Have you ridden on a motorbike? I'm pretty sure if you mean motorcycle, then yes, I have. Have you ever taken self-defense lessons? No, but I know self-defense. Have you ever visited a country outside your continent? Nope, I've only been to America. Have you ever won a trophy or an award? What was it for? Every year I win a trophy or award for school or for swim. So, yeah. Have you ever read Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? Which one was your favorite? I have not read them. And I don't plan to because they're not my style. But if I had to pick one to read, it would probably be the Twilight series because my mom loves it. So, yeah. What age did you go on your first date? If I had to guess what age I'll be on my first date, maybe 14 or 15. But I have not gone on my first date. But if I had to guess, like 14 or 15. After a breakup, would you rather be alone or surrounded by friends? I think I'd rather be surrounded by friends because, I mean, my friends will probably be asking asking questions and they won't leave me alone. But being alone would be crying your eyes out, and you wouldn't have the people you love around you helping you through it. So, friends. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I think I've thought about this before. I don't know. I really don't know, but the number one person who's always at the top of my list is Melanie Martinez. What flavor of tea do you enjoy? Regular tea. I like sweet tea. I don't know if that counts. What is a strange occurrence you've experienced? I really have no idea. I don't know that. I'm not going to answer that one because I don't know. What's the first amusement park I've ever went to? I've only gone to an amusement park once, and that was Six Flags about 3 or 4 years ago. So, what was the last compliment you got? Maybe, I don't know, you're pretty. No, you look like your mom. I get that a lot. What was the most boring You know what? Somebody texted me, hey, pretty. So that was my last compliment I've got. What is the most boring movie you've watched? There are a ton of boring movies out there. I mean, a ton of boring movies. But I don't really know. When I watched my parents watch no, not that. Now I can't think of Game of Thrones. When I watch them, when I go in the living room and see Game of Thrones on, it bores me out. But that's a TV show, not a movie. What's the scariest movie you've watched? I don't really watch a lot of scary movies, but I want to. But my favorite scary movie, it's the scariest movie you've watched, but I'm gonna say the most. My most favorite scary movie I've watched is Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2. Personally, I don't know. They're both really good, so both. What's the worst grade you've got on a test? I don't know, probably a D. No, an F. So, yeah. What is your reaction towards people who are outspoken about... Skipping that question. What is the furthest away place you've been? It was 6 hours away from here, and it was Indiana. What is under your bed? Not much. We cleaned out my bed. Under my bed. What is on the walls of the room you are in? It's obviously my room, and see this color right here? This is the color across my whole room. And it's a purple because I have not done my room. I have not redone my room since I was a baby. I just like it where it is. I like it. I don't want to change it. So it's purple and it's never been colored. What is skipping? Okay. What is something about yourself that you hope will change but probably will never? But probably never will. My attitude and my behavior. Where do you buy your jeans? I have Walmart, jeggings. Where were you on Valentine's Day? School. And my house. Where would you retire to? Depends on what I do in the future with college and where I want to do my jobs at. So I can't answer that. I don't really know. But off the top of my head, at the age 13, like the Ozarks. What is something you are gifted at? Singing and swimming. And strength. What is something you wish you were gifted at doing? I don't really know. I think I'm pretty good. What is the first movie you remember seeing? First movie I remember seeing, I remember seeing Monsters University in theaters, and I remember seeing Finding Dory. Well, The first I remember is probably Monsters University. No, it was the Muppets. We saw the Muppets in theaters, and I kind of remember that a little bit. And then, if I don't remember that fully, it would probably be Monsters University. What is the first thing you do when you... Oh, first movie I remember. Okay, at theaters, it's the Muppets or Monsters University. And the first movie I remember seeing was probably Strawberry Shortcake movies or Doodle Bops movies. So, what's the first thing you do when you get home? I'm so hungry when I get home. So, it's a snack or food. So, what's the furthest you've been away from home? Furthest I've ever been away from home was Indiana. What is one item you can't leave home without? I think this applies to everyone when I say your cell phone. So, what do you like about your home? I just love everything about it, except the bathroom. We only have one bathroom at our house, and there's 5 people living here, so it's impossible to go to the bathroom without privacy. What do you love about living in your neighborhood? I don't really like anything about living in my neighborhood. People come knocking on the doors nonstop, 24/7. Like, I'll bet during this video there's going to be a doorbell there's going to be a ring on the doorbell. So, I don't love anything about my neighborhood. I just hate the kids that knock on our door every second. And I'm sorry if anyone's watching that, disappointing them, but yeah. If you could change something about your home without worry, if you could change something about your home without worry about expense or a mess, what would you do? I don't know, really. Oh, I'd get a second bathroom for sure. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Night. I'm a night owl. See, this is the thing about my chair. I can't get comfortable on it. Okay. What time do you usually get up in the morning? The virus has changed me, so on school time, 7 o'clock. And, Corona time, usually 10. Or no, it was 11, but now it's gone back to like 10 to 8. What time is my usual bedtime? On school nights, about 10. Corona nights, about 2 a.m. What's the first thing you do when you open your eyes in the morning? Go on my phone, definitely. What's the first thing you do what's the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning? Don't really know. What's the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? Instagram. I hate Instagram stories. I wish Instagram would get rid of their stories because it's just getting on my nerves. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Yes, I can recap them. But the ironic thing is, I know I had a dream last night. I just can't think about it, and I've thought about it this morning. What's the first time you were allowed to put on makeup? I don't wear makeup, but I'm allowed to wear makeup if I want to. I just don't. But I've probably been always allowed to wear makeup. What's the first book you remember reading? Well, when I was in kindergarten, they do little books. So it's probably the little books in kindergarten. What kind of books do you like to read? Graphic novels. I cannot read any other books that are interesting besides graphic novels. What's the last book you read? We're reading The Giver in language arts right now, and we're supposed to be on like chapter 20 like right now, and I'm not even on chapter 2. What book are you reading at the moment? The Giver. Well, I'm actually for church for confirmation, I'm reading the Bible. And the Giver for language arts, the Bible for confirmation for, you know, whatever. So that's it. What are books on your shelf that are begging to be read? I don't even know. They're not really that interesting. What book do you remember as being important to you? Usually any book we read in class, I sacrifice, or like I worship those books because they're so good. What is the last film you saw? Oh, I'm watching Tangled right now. So I gotta finish that. But yeah. And I've also watched recently a little bit of Onward and Frozen 2. Gotta say, I actually did not enjoy Frozen like 2 years after it came out, 3 years. It was just getting boring. But Frozen 2 is really good, so I'm getting back into that Frozen. And I'm 13, which is pretty good. I mean, I still got a childhood, so. Plus, last film you saw, what's the last movie that you saw at the cinema? I think it was Endgame about a year ago. It was Endgame a year ago. Think so. What? Last thing you downloaded onto your computer. I don't know. I download random pictures and stuff like that. But it might have been Zoom because I was on a Zoom. I think it was Zoom. Because I had a Zoom call and then it just downloaded Zoom when I was on there. So, what's the last thing you watched on TV? Probably maybe movies. Probably movies or YouTube or something like that. So, strangest thing you believed as a child. Okay, so the strangest thing I believed as when I was little was that my shoes would not fit me. And so my dad got apparently bought fairy dust for my shoes to sprinkle on them so it would fit me. So she'd be like on my shoes, and then he'd be like, here, Gracie, you can wear them. And I believe that magic could help me fit my shoes. What is one thing you change the TV channel with? A remote. Who doesn't change the TV with a remote? That's a stupid question. My God. What kind of car do you drive? I don't drive a car. I cannot drive. But in the future, when I get a car, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a Chevrolet kind of car. So, yeah. What language besides the language I have spoken forever would you like to be fluent in? Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, just those type of languages. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I don't know. I've never thought about that. What medical conditions do you have? I don't think I have any medical conditions. What piece of technology can you not live without? I think I say this for everyone when I say, your phone. What position do you sleep with? Okay, so I need to go to 2:30. What, regular? How everybody, I hope, sleeps. What religion will you raise your children to practice? Methodist, to worship God and Jesus. Methodist. What is the best news you've ever received? I don't know. What was the first concert you ever attended? It was a Katy Perry concert back in 2nd grade. It was her Prism tour, and it was awesome. What was the first tattoo you got? I already said this. I don't have a tattoo, but I really, really want one in the future. What was the last thing you bought? I haven't bought anything in a long time. What was the most recent compliment you've ever received and savored? Like I said, it was hi pretty. So, yep. I didn't savor it though. I was like kind of irritated and disgusted and I got uncomfortable. So, what was the name of your first pet? It was Rojo, Charlie, Stripe, and Pretty. Those are all the those are all the pets I've had in my house. But it says first pet, but I've only had a few pets in my house. What was your first cooking experience? I don't cook a lot, but I cook once in a while. And I don't remember. What was the first phone you ever received? What was your first ever cell phone? It was so first my mom had an iPhone 4 and then she got a new phone and then that was mine, but it couldn't call or text. It could only do FaceTime. So and then I got my first phone, which could call and text, was a Samsung Galaxy J3 6B. And I still have a Samsung now, which I'm pretty okay with it. The quality is very good. What word do you use to address a group of people? Guys. Hey guys. Usually what I say. What would you name your daughter if you had one? I've thought about this before and my mom was gonna call me GracieLynn Elizabeth, so I might call my daughter that. What would you name your son if you had one? I don't have any idea. What is your strongest sense? If you had to give up on your senses, I'm not giving up any senses. I'm good. I don't know. Maybe my eyes. Maybe. Does that answer your question? Probably my eyes. Since I have glasses, but I don't know if that counts. But it counts in my book. If I had to give up one of my senses, probably nothing. I can't give up my senses. What do you dislike about living in your neighborhood? That's what I said. People knocking on our door every second. But what I love about my neighborhood, nothing. I could care less about that. What drains your energy? School. I have, I don't remember what you call it, but I don't remember. What's the best part about my job? I don't have a job, but my best part about school is seeing friends, and that's my job. What are some of the different jobs you've had? I don't have jobs. This is for like college kids, or this is for like adults. But what job do I want? Is I want to be a teacher. So, if you could have any job, probably a teacher. If you have time to do volunteer work, what would you do? That could be a question for me. If I could do a volunteer? Just really anything that could help anybody, really. Are you satisfied with how you spend your money? I'm not answering that because I don't even go to work. How do you replenish your energy? I don't know. A drink, food. What about religion has changed for you as you've aged? I'm getting confirmed, so that's going to be a big deal. So that's probably going to change me. Okay, I'm skipping that one. What current world events are really troubling to you? I don't think these people wrote this with this pandemic, but definitely the coronavirus. So they are troubling me. What dreams have you given up on that are unrealistic? Being popular. Yeah. So hardest thing for me to face or learn. No idea. What is hard about being a parent? I am not a parent, but my brother and sister, they're kind of like my daughter and son. I'm like really close to them. So one thing about my brother and sister is that they won't shut up. What is hard about not being a parent? Having a little one to hold in my hands. I want a little one to hold in my hands. I keep saying that I have a cousin who's like come of age to get married and have a baby, and she hasn't yet, but she's going on her time. But I don't have a little baby to hang on to. What is one of the worst things that could happen to you? Dying. What is something that scares you that you would never try? I would never try. Okay. Dying. I mean, dying. Literally dying. So I'm at 2:35. Guess I've gone way too much. And okay, so I think I've answered 100 questions. Yep, I answered like 5 too many. I'm recording. Give me 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
I'm almost done.
Just want to see if you want to maybe go get coffee in a little bit.
Oh, I do. Oh, for sure.
All right, well, not yet.
Yeah, so I'm at 2:35. So I went 5 questions too much, so I gotta get rolling with this. Okay, so there is definitely going to be a part 3 on this, which I will upload maybe tomorrow or next week, like I'm supposed to upload. So let's just see how the week rolls in, if I want to, if I have extra time. So yeah, it will probably be next Sunday. Maybe. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you do to support this video, please do that. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!